Welcome. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a collective reading. I'm doing this during the eclipse window between the lunar and the solar eclipse. This is the height of the eclipse season this September, and there are many themes of release, going deep, and refinement of the work that you've been doing for a very long time to heal the self, to heal the past. So I have pulled a couple of cards and I will be pulling some more. First, I want to look at the tarot cards that I pulled. For the present energy, we have the Hanged One. And this is describing this need, this clarity about the ability to rise above the static, the noise, the confusion, the chaos, particularly a world that is saturated with information. It is not all equal. It is not all factual indeed. It is a lot of overarching emotion, resistance and dominance that is promoted through the media and by various energies that want to be seen as all powerful. And the understanding that one has to be selective about the information that one allows and filters through into one's environment, so that the sacred space that you understand is absolutely necessary, not only for protection, but as a place in which you can seek calmness, stillness, where you can get to your truths, your sense of value and purpose in the world that helps you establish a clarity of mission, a clarity of purpose, understanding that taking in what is relevant to your particular view of what is important in the world, what is important for you to share and contribute to the world, is the kind of clarity you're looking for, and that needs to be factored in and used as a filter to screen out unnecessary static. And in a world that is so media saturated, this takes a phenomenal force of strength, will, purpose. It requires the facing of many fears, the ceasing or retracting from looking at the what ifs, and really looking more clearly at the path that you are finding that supports you and benefits you and the work, the service that you are envisioning as benefiting the world. So this is the best way that you can perceive the value of the work that you're doing and the benefit that it will impact the world, your community, your family, your loved ones. In the past, the Six of Cups is beautiful energy, specifically about healing the past. This is, in addition to healing the past, this represents, in this moment, this holding forth some clear truth about a gift, a talent, an ability you have, something you've been gifted with, perhaps most of your life, all of your life, but some clarity about your specific contribution. Something that comes easily, something that brings you joy. And whether you have stayed on a clear path in that direction, it has undoubtedly led to many ups and downs, changes, mutations along the way. But what you're seeking in that is not necessarily to remember the past, the nostalgia, the illusion that everything was better in the past. That is not this energy at all. This is the energy of you understanding that what was important about your gift, what is important about your gift, is the pleasure, the joy that you experience in exercising it. And this is key to not only understanding yourself, understanding your action, your activity, your behavior, your purpose, but it's also about finding happiness, joy, delight, releasing the limitations that allows you to shine through. This is about the shining that you have glimpsed perhaps in your past. For some of you, this is a gift you discovered in early life that gave you many joyous memories. For others, it is an experience that you have continued to use as a touchstone along the way, something that has unfolded more organically for you. Whatever it is, whatever its permutations, no matter how you have anchored that into your lived experience, you're being asked to reconnect with the joy of that, with the pleasure of that, the pleasure of sharing, the pleasure of being in community with those that are similarly aligned and are willing and able to do the work of the heart with you. In the future, the Temperance card. And I love this because this is giving a more clear-eyed look at the actual work that it takes to accomplish this in the past. So this reconnecting with the joy, with the abundance, with the pleasure, with the alignment with what is good, what is special in your life, what your unique voice and offering is, has required a lifetime of balance. This is your ability to actually overcome the challenges that you have faced. Not only the challenges, which, as many of you know, become the opportunities, but it is the maturity required to understand that and to survive the tumultuous multiplicity of oppressions, challenges, hardships, obstacles we overcome, that we handle with grace, we handle with poise, with an inner belief that our core commitment to ourselves, our core commitment to living a full life, to feeling the abundance and love of the universe in our lives, the ability to serve others in multiple ways despite our not having all of the gifts or talents that others have, but the willingness to help others as a part of understanding that we are gaining the composure, the equanimity, the peace that comes from the eternal work of balance. This is the eternal equilibrium that you are seeking through every experience, the sense of authority and poise that is required to do the healing work, to be sincere, to be honest, to be fearful, to be truthful with self. I'm going to turn over the Yogic Path Oracle, and I pulled Bhuvaneshvari. And I'm going to look that up in the guidebook and read to you. Bhuvaneshvari is the goddess of space and infinite possibilities. You've learned the art of creating space and are experiencing the cosmos that exists inside of you. Bhuvaneshvari comes to you in deep meditation, in profound nature, in oceans and in silence. Her stillness guides you to enter deeper into the cosmic web of potentials that exist for you in the present moment. Continue making time for whatever brings you to a point of total stillness. That is where your true self resides. Know that you are not just part of the earth, but the earth is also part of you, and you are lovingly held by her presence. beautiful energy holding this together. It feels so clear to me. The idea that you are of the earth and the earth is of you. This is important because I feel increasingly as this moment in our stories is about the healing of the divine feminine energy. That is the healing of our potential, of our gifts, of what makes us unique and special, not what is required of us to conform to an outside external expectation, but the process of teasing out our own gift, our own gifts, our own perspective, our own voices. And this is particularly relevant right now as we are understanding we are part of a much larger healing of the world, of the earth, of the globe. And that includes our alliance with an identification with the earth, how important it is for us to ground in nature. If that's a piece of garden plot, if that is a place of origin for you, if that's a particular location on the planet, a lake, a river, an ocean. This is what is helping us amplify our personal healing and include the benefits of our healing for Mother Earth, who cradles us all. This has little to do with gender. This is for everyone. And I also pulled a Soul's Journey card, and the card is Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is a really big one, I think. I think this is in part a companion with the Hanged One, this sense of being overwhelmed with information, with voices, opinions, stories, options for entertainment, for distraction that surround most of us, many of us, and the courage, the clarity that is required to filter that as necessary in order to protect that ability to gain the stillness, to find the peace. The courage is daily, I believe, that this sense of anxiety can fall upon us unawares so easily in this particular climate, social climate we live in. It is so easy to flip to a news story that is a distortion of the truth or someone's opinion or a distraction by an ad campaign or opportunities to consume things you may or usually may not need, when instead the courage to find the inner strength to understand that your peace is more valuable than anything. Without that sacred space, you cannot discern, you cannot filter, you cannot stay focused on your path of healing towards that mission of love and abundance. If you find this reading is resonating for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank all of you that support me in all the ways that you do. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to start with the Hanged One. And we have the Ace of Pentacles and, a couple flew out. So I'm going to take the Empress, and wouldn't you know it, the Strength card came out again. So I like this because we're talking about protecting that peace, not just having the peace, the ability to protect it. So the Ace of Pentacles is showing me that for many of you, your focus and concern is on your stability and security. Put this right here. This sense of recognizing an opportunity for some kind of practical resource, tool, opportunity, unity, building something that can be a benefit to others is the focus. And this is what is required of you in order to pull the distractions away and recognize that something that you've had within you all along is the key to greater abundance, the sense of security in a very uncertain world. The Empress card is only emphasizing that at the root of the Hanged One, number 12 reduces to number 3. These cards are 2 octaves of one another. This is love. This is the ability to find balance in not only your effort, but in the results you receive from that. To love and be loved, finding balance, confidence, and power in that. That nothing has to be given away, nothing has to be chased, that you're able to magnetize yourself the resources you need. Your works speak for you. The Hanged One speaks about the sacrifices we make along the way as we grow, from what we have, what we've been given, to accepting the challenge to see more, to do more, to recognize that our vision encompasses our past, our present, and leads us into a future that we are no longer afraid of facing, of building towards, that we're willing to sacrifice some of the conveniences, some of the abundance, comfort that we have in order to give ourselves over to a space of meditation, of absence, in order to find that clarity, in order ultimately to give more love. So the Strength card feels like a reiteration of the theme of courage. The idea that you may not have always felt the confidence that you exhibit on the outside, but that has not prevented you from doing what you knew was the right thing to do, giving the support that you knew was necessary to others, despite the challenges, difficulties surrounding you. This can often include the sense that you are the strong one in a situation. You're the mature one. You're the one that understands that in order for the project, the effort, the job, the work to be successful, you are willing to help others to find the clarity and their source of strength as you find yours. You're a model of that. And part of that model is in taming the instincts, taming the emotions, controlling the sense of extremes within in order to maintain that balance. And that means that you have total faith in the right thing to do, no matter what others are doing or no matter how little result you may be seeing in the immediate as a result of that. So this is, despite appearances, you continue to do what's right for you and for others. And that is this beautiful crown-like experience that you can attain. Sometimes it's fleetingly, but you've refined this sense of anxiety, anger, rage, to the extent that you know that control of your feelings, of your experiences is within you. That your strength really arises, your power really comes from the ability to control yourself. In the past, the Six of Cups is clarified by the Lovers and the Eight of Wands. Lovely. So for many of you, The Six of Cups is about relationships pretty exclusively, and obviously, for many of us, lessons come through to us through our relationships. Opportunities to build, to grow, come through the way we have learned to exchange energy with others. The Lovers indicates that you have matured significantly, and there's a lot of indications here that you are growing in your own healing practice. The Lovers signals that you understand how to discriminate between the myriad of invitations and opportunities you receive, the many friends you may have accumulated or acquired over the years, those that support your value, that are aligned with your ultimate goals, that understand benefit in the way that you do, communal benefit, collective benefit, and those that reside in your past of a more instant gratification, a giving in, an indulgence in things that even at some point you realize were not serving your long-term interests. You seeing the long-term benefit of teaming up, relating with others who are deeply connected with you, the you that has deeply connected with yourself, that recognizes dreams and potentials as opportunities to grow and to provide work that will benefit others, work of service. This is the opportunity that you have been sorting through at this time. This can be the way that you're now understanding significant relationships as being exactly those kinds of partnerships that have taught you, that have grown with you, that you have learned things from, and that you continue to value for the growth that you've achieved. This is quite likely to be mutual. Sometimes you have benefited others, others that you deemed were not appropriate for long-term connection, but the benefit you bestowed in those relationships is real, has never been forgotten. And this is showing me that there are a few relationships where you didn't bring value, you didn't bring love to the table, even if you didn't receive that back, because you don't know how to not love. And this is really powerful. This is shown here. You are a lover. You cannot return unkindness with cruelty. It just simply isn't in you. This is for the collective I'm reading for. You have been on this path, whether knowingly or unknowingly, for a very long time. For many of you, this is a path you've been on since childhood. And from whatever vantage point you're looking, you now realize that all of your experiences have been leading you to this greater sense of equilibrium, balance, that this is peace is something that you can attain every day, no matter what the emotional or social weather is. You can understand your value and your benefit to others as you have really come to extract the benefit from all your experiences, and you continue to do so. The Temperance card in the future, there's a flipped over card here, and I'm not going to take it, but I am going to flip it over because it's a distraction to me. The Temperance card is clarified here by the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. A lovely ace again. The Knight of Pentacles is really you doing the work. This is you contemplating that vision that has been growing. And the beautiful thing about this vision that you are understanding some tangible quality, thing, resource, tool, opportunity that you have always had within you. that has always been available to you, recognizing it for the power that it is. This a power beyond abundance, beyond wealth, beyond money. This is about the stability and security that you are achieving within yourself. And it's important now because you focus on this this abundance. This is the focus, building something, creating something, doing something tangible, taking real steps to provide a service, a product, an organization that will help. As part of the focus that you understand is required for you to create the steps, to follow the steps, and to not get too ahead of yourself. I like the Ace of Wands here because it's indicating that this understanding of your stability, your security, your knowledge and confidence that what you have is what is needed is something that unravels and unfolds. There is no destination indicated here. This is simply the recognition of your spiritual opportunities. And they overlap beautifully with your material opportunities. The sense of material growth and abundance is important. This is about expansion. Knowing that this is just perhaps step one or the first stage of something that you're creating and growing. The thing that you're creating and growing is resonating with your own spark of divinity, your own natural gift and talent. And you're moving forward with that in the most practical way possible, not by envisioning the outcome or the end. The destination is less important. You're doing this with beautiful balance, understanding that the idea, the next step, is all that's necessary to navigate at a time. There's no need to overwhelm yourself with a big 5-year plan or strategy of a lifetime, a goal to be a millionaire or a goal to open an ashram. Whatever your goal is, it's most powerful. You've come to understand as you approach each step with flow. And that flow comes from you. You're dictating the progress of this movement. You're planning it, you're doing it in a way that reveals self-care, that moves at your own pace. This horse is not going anywhere that this rider does not direct it to, and that you can stand still. In fact, standing still, finding your stillness is an ongoing theme here. I think I'm going to pull a final crystal oracle to complete this. And I pulled the Amazonite and life purpose are the key words. I'm fully aligned to and living my life purpose. Thank you so much. I appreciate your likes and your subscribes. If you enjoy this content, check out more content here. And until next time, namaste.